Hi Leos, it's Nick and Nala. I hope you guys are doing good. For all my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women, I hope you guys are having a great time. We're covering August 30th till September 5th, and if you are in the US, happy Labor Day weekend. Hopefully you have a day off, or yeah, you have a good weekend. We're now officially in Virgo season, so maybe you feel the change in the air. Starting off the week on the 30th, Mercury is entering Libra, so I feel like us understanding one another a little bit more, seeking a little more compromising solutions with one another. But keep in mind that at the end of the month, Mercury is going to be going retrograde. So if you have certain important documents, contracts, paperwork, write-ups, things that you need to get done that needs to get processed and sorted through, if possible, I would try to get that done before the end of the month so that you don't have to come up and deal with unexpected delays and all that stuff. When I know, of course, it can happen at any time, but during Mercury retrogrades is when you kind of just want to be a little more extra cautious. So if you can get that all out of the way right now, try your best, okay? Any important legal documents and write-ups, anything like that. Okay, deals, etc. All right, and then on September 2nd, we have Mars in Virgo opposing Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So lots of doubts because we're trying to push away our dreams and illusions, where our actions, Mars, the planet of action and intentions, like our actions are going to be reflecting our more realistic approach to things. We're getting to the nitty gritty. We really want to get things done, and we're trying to just be practical, logical about our actions and the things that we're doing. So you may find yourself being a little more calculated and detail oriented, or looking and noticing little things around you, maybe other people as well. Okay, all right, so Leos, we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Niicloves with 2 eyes, and if you're ever interested in a personal reading, email, or phone session, you can contact me below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible, but please be patient with me, okay? All right, so my beautiful people, when it comes to your health, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm getting multiple messages for some of you. So, I feel like some of you may hurt, or hurt your funny bone, or just hit your elbow or something, or no, your funny bone's not your elbow, right? It's somewhere else. I don't know. You may touch or hurt your the funny bone. I also feel like some of you could bang or hit your knee on a table, or on some kind of hard surface, or maybe you fall and hit your knee. So be careful, especially if you already have any knee issues. Maybe you wear a brace, or you wear kind of something over it to kind of help with any pains. I also feel that you could be breaking some kind of commitment that you had with yourself. You could be if you were in a diet, or you were in some kind of fitness routine, you may be kind of breaking that this week for whatever reason. Maybe it's for good reason, or because you have an injury, or you're just not feeling good, or you hurt yourself, so you're it's all right, I'm just gonna skip the gym today, or I'm not gonna go on that walk today because I kind of feel like my bones kind of hurt or something. So yeah, I feel like there could be some bone, joint, muscle aches. So if that's the case, be easy with yourself. You don't want to push your body to the limit if you're not feeling well. Rest is also important, okay? So take care of your bones and your muscles and your joints this week, and careful with any hard or sharp objects or things that you may hurt yourself with while you're walking or running or something, okay? All right. When it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Cha-ching! So I feel like things are going really well in your work, school, your career, your finances. I feel like you're working really hard. You may be busy, but I feel like this is good busy. You're either making more money, or your studies are paying off, your hard work is paying off, you're putting in the time, energy, blood, sweat, work, and tears, and it's going to be paying off. So the more consistent and disciplined and organized you are, the better it's going to be. You're getting stronger, you're getting better at whatever it is that you're doing, smarter, wiser, more efficient. And it may be a little bit time consuming, but you're building, you're growing, and your assets are growing, your money is growing. I feel like you're doing pretty good, or you're going to be doing a lot better in the near future or in these next 8 months to come. So keep at it, stay consistent, don't give up, even if it's hard right now, even if you're tired. Yes, sometimes those late nights are necessary, and sometimes those early mornings suck as well. But if you can keep at it and know that you have an end goal in mind, you're going to be solid and you're going to be way ahead of everyone else. And it's not about a competition, right? But you want to be proud of yourself. And I think whatever you're working on is going to pay off. So don't give up, okay? Sometimes it gets a little harder before it gets easy. All right. So when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, we have triggered. Pow, pow. That does not sound like a bullet, huh? You have triggered. So 16 or the number 7 could be important numbers for you. Something could be something or someone or a situation may trigger you this week, and you're like, what? Why did you do that? Or it could just upset you, or kind of get your blood boiling, get you just kind of upset, or, you know, touch a nerve inside of you. Okay, so something may trigger you. Don't click it. Don't go for the gun. Don't grab the gun, please. But I feel like it could bring out a certain emotion out of you. I don't think it's something like really bad. It's just like a little irritant, okay? So on your end here, we have the Moon, 4 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. Also on another note of triggered, some of you could like guns, or maybe you own a gun, or you know how to shoot a gun, which is so badass. That's so cool. I've only gone to the shooting range once, and I would love to own a gun one day, even though it probably doesn't seem like I would, but I would. That'd be so super awesome. Maybe in the future will be a side hobby of mine, even though I don't want to kill anything or anyone, but just like feels badass, right? If you guys own a gun or you know how to shoot guns, let me know in the comments. That's pretty cool. All right. Don't hurt anyone though. So some of you could have Pisces or Taurus somewhere in your chart, rising, moon, Venus. And then on this side for this person, this could be your recent past, your present, or your near future person, or maybe it's the same, all of the above. Whoever you were dealing with is who you're dealing with right now, and who you're going to be dealing with in the future. So we have the 3 of Wands, the Chariot, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, could very well be a Cancer, maybe another fire sign like yourself, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or possibly an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I would say Cancer, Virgo, or Sagittarius. But of course it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you, okay? It could just be the energy they're embodying or playing out this week or at this time. Okay, so what's happening, I think you may open up to this person, or you may share something a little bit intimate, something a little personal, sensitive to you, or a part of you that you don't want shared with anyone else. Like maybe it's something in your upbringing or something that happened to you once, or maybe you share, you know, a picture or a video that's very personal, and you share that with this person because, you know, it's you think that it's just gonna stay between the two of you. Like it's kind of like an unspoken rule where you just kind of, you would think that they just understand, like, this is going to be between you and I, like, you know, you don't share this with anyone, it's because I know you and I like you. It's kind of like an unspoken thing, right? Like you don't feel like you have to tell it to someone, it should be obvious. And so you share this with this person, and this is something that's, you know, emotional for you or sensitive, or you don't share with a lot of people. Like you could be a very private person possibly, or you usually are private, like you don't go and tell people your business, and you like to keep things personal. You like to keep things to yourself, unless it's someone you really care about, or, you know, you're close to them possibly. And maybe you just had a moment and you just wanted to talk, or you shared something, or you told them about something, or you're gonna be telling them something. And I feel like this person might have accidentally or unintentionally, like, didn't know it was like didn't think it was a bad thing to share it, but maybe you're just very private, or you just didn't want it shared, but they could have shared it with someone, or maybe they tell their mom, or they tell a family member, or they show, you know, that thing to someone. You're like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? Like, why did you tell them? And they're like, oh, what? Like, sorry, I didn't know. Like, you didn't tell me not to share it. Like, I didn't think that was anything bad. Like, sorry, I didn't mean that. I think you may get triggered. Like, that's what may trigger you. The fact that they shared that, or they told someone, even though it was not intended to hurt you. Like, they didn't think it was a bad thing at all. But for you, you're like, no, oh my gosh, like, why would you share that? Like, are you kidding? It's like, you know how sometimes in relationships, I don't want to be like, you know, siding, but sometimes women, we like to keep things between us and our boyfriends, and then, you know, the guys, sometimes they'll just share whatever with their friends and not think anything of it. Like, oh my gosh, why did you tell them that? It's just between us. And guys are like, what do you mean? Like, why be dramatic? It was not a big deal. You're like, no, why do you have to tell your friends everything? Don't share everything. It's like, you know, guys who share intimate things about their relationship with their friends, or like, you know, intimacy and stuff like that, which I personally do not like, do not agree with, and I would prefer someone who doesn't share those things, because I feel like it's kind of sacred between you and your person. But I know there are people out there that just like talk about everything. I'm not one of them. I like to keep things, you know, private. And I remember there was once a guy that I dated, and it was just like a few months, but a few months in, and like, he was showing me something, a conversation with a buddy, one of his friends, because they were doing some like fitness challenge, and then he might have forgot or something, but he was showing me this message or this photo, and then the photo above it was a picture of me. I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, he didn't say anything, and I thought he was gonna say, oh yeah, like, you know, I just sent them. It's like, it's nothing bad, it was nothing inappropriate or anything, but just like, it's kind of weird. I thought it was kind of strange that he didn't say anything, but anyways, I just feel like they may have accidentally, or just not with any bad intention, shared something, or told someone at home, or their family member or a friend, something that you shared with them in secret, and that you didn't like that, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to tell anything to you again, I'm never going to send anything, I'm never going to send you anything, or that's supposed to be really private, I feel disrespected, or you didn't like that, but you didn't say it, so it's like you can't really be mad, you just thought that was like an unspoken rule. And so you may kind of feel like very guarded now, and not want to say anything. You're like, that was selfish, and you were not respectful of my feelings, and I don't like that. And they're like, no, like, that's not what I meant. So I feel like they're gonna try to like make it better, but no, I'm sorry, like, I didn't mean to say that, I didn't know it was gonna bother you, like. And I think you're gonna end up figuring it out, coming into peaceful terms, and you're like, okay, well, I forgive you this once, but please don't do that again. This is how I feel about it. I don't like that. They're like, okay, I got you. Like, I wasn't sure, but that was not my intention. I'm sorry. And I think you're gonna be okay with it, because you see that they're sincerely like apologizing. They weren't trying to like upset you, or they just didn't know that was like not a thing. So I feel like things are gonna be okay, and they're gonna be like really nervous, like, oh my gosh, like, Leo's gonna kill me, like, I didn't mean to upset them. And I feel like they're just gonna be like breaking a sweat, or like super nervous, because like, oh my gosh, Leo's gonna like cut my head off, oh my gosh, what do I do? So don't be too hard on them, even whatever it was, how sensitive or, you know, intimate, there wasn't any like ill intention behind it. Okay, so we're gonna dive in deeper and extended to get more information, to see where their energy's at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. Okay, so we're gonna dive in deeper and figure out a little bit more, hopefully give you a little bit more clarity or answers. Okay, all right, but things are gonna be okay. It's gonna get resolved, so this is not a big deal. It's just like a little hiccup. Okay, all right, so I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care, and I wish you guys all the best. Have a beautiful rest of your day.